Yeah, I welcome you to another video. In this video, we will be seeing how we can complete task 2. So this is just a continuity video. So I haven't closed anything. Okay, fine. Now let's go and connect to this machine, client machine, and its overview page for getting the public IP and taking an RDP session for the public IP. Then the username is this and password and say okay. Yes, I want to log in. So we connected. Oh, we need to use that remote desktop client. Now let's go and click on start button, search for remote desktop client. And we already logged in using this AD user. If you see AD user 1 is already logged in. If you want, you can just refresh once. Now next, excuse me. Next thing is that if in case you didn't log in, you have to subscribe. So first try to subscribe with this AD user 1. So you must be knowing the credentials as well as the password. Now let's click on this command prompt. Take some time to open. We open the command prompt. We will go to the properties and we'll do some modification. Yeah, we got connected to the command prompt because there was no any session host ready. That is the reason. So initially it will take some time. After that, we don't feel this much latency. Now on the command prompt, let's go to the properties. On the properties dialog box, select the font tab and modify the size and font settings and okay. Let's go with large. Cursor size as well as I'll go for 28 and then the font to be a different one and say okay. So we did some modification. So whenever we log in, we need this personalized settings for us. For that reason, just to test it, we did some modification. Now let's log it off. We need to wait for some more time. Yeah. So now let's go and continue with these steps. Bastion host, client. Okay. So, okay. And then the session right click on start session desktop. This instruction is not continuity. Like we need to get the session desktop here. Either we can get the desktop app or a remote app. So this modification, we have to make it in our settings of our host pool. Once we do, then only we get the session host visible here. So let's do that. Minimize here. Let me go to my AVD. The desktop, let me get inside the host pool. Then here, let me go to the properties. So we set the default app to be remote app. So now we have to modify it to desktop. Previously, this was not required. So both desktop app as well as the remote app will be displayed in one login page itself. Let's try to save it. Yeah, once it is saved, so what we can do, we can go to here and then we can refresh it. Yeah. Now let's try to connect to this particular session desktop. It is getting the profile data from the FS Logic setup. Need to wait for some time. Yeah. Now in here, let's go and run command prompt. Let me close this window. Yeah, let me wait for some more time and then start the dialog box. And then search for CMD. Yeah, you can see here that the previously whatever the modification you have made will be visible here. So not the one you have to go for searching CMD, not this one. So you have to go first, click on run, get the app, and then go for running CMD. So you get the previous modification, whatever you have made is visible. So it means it is maintaining some modification, whatever is made by the user. So only this user who call AD user logs in, then he sees this modification, whereas other user cannot. Now, what we can do. Okay, so here next is okay, now this is an host. Okay, let's minimize everything and then go on right click. new shortcut. And in here, let us type Notepad. Next, finish. So as shortcut we are adding. Now we can just go and sign out this user. If we go to our storage account, let's minimize all. Let me go to the storage account and we can see an entry for ID user 1 in our file share. So this is the storage account. Inside that, under data storage, go to file share, click the profiles. And then when you go to browse, and you can see that there is an entry, and this entry is created for AD user 1. It was just created. And this is how you complete this particular lab. Yes, at the end, what you have to do, search for all the VM, select all, and stop it. And you can check your credits once. Yes, and that's it.